Sean, we just installed the faucet. Now it's time to tackle the sink.
That's it. So this part of the project is getting the sink mounted to the countertop. There's a few different types of sinks out there. There's some that are under mount. This one happens to be an over mount sink, and it goes on with little clips that we're going to tighten from below.
We need a few supplies to get our sink securely installed. Sean brought a P-trap and tailpiece, sink clips, caulk, plumber's putty, a wrench, and a screwdriver.
We've got a basket strainer that I'm going to show you how to install.
Okay.
And we're also going to use a basket strainer wrench, okay? So this is called a plumber's pal, and it's just a neat little wrench that we can use to tighten up the basket strainer. The first step of getting the sink installed is to put a bead of caulk beneath the sink above the counter. We're going to use a clear because if any oozes out, then we can easily clean it up. We've got the bead of caulk. Let's go ahead and set the sink down. All right, let's go ahead and wipe up that excess caulk.
The caulk creates a watertight seal, but it's the sink clips that really keep the sink in place.
This clip here, these little teeth, catch into the wooden countertop. So you can use this on any type of wooden countertop or composite countertop. Will not work for stone.
Sean installs these small but mighty pieces of hardware under the sink. He hand tightens them into place and then gives them one last turn with his screwdriver.
Okay, Ryan, we've got the basket strainer. Let's take this apart. We're going to take the nut off. We're going to take the gasket off. And this is the part that's going to be set into the sink. But first we need some plumber's putty to make a nice seal underneath this lip. So we've got our plumber's putty. We're just going to take a little ball's worth from the container and just roll it up. We're going to apply the snake of plumber's putty all the way around. Now just go ahead and seat that strainer into that hole and press down. Now we have our other gasket and our strainer nut, and we're going to go from below and tighten that basket strainer in place. The basket strainer is in place and it's all hand tightened, but that's not enough. So we're going to use our basket strainer wrench and get it nice and secure.
Our basket strainer isn't going anywhere, but now we have a messy sink on our hands.
So just go ahead and clean up that plumber's putty. It's easy to clean up with your fingers, as you can see.
Now time to finish this project up down below.
Now we're back down underneath the sink. This is where no guy likes to go. It's tight, it's hard to work in, but this is a vital part of the assembly of your sink. So we've got our P-trap and our tailpiece here, and we've got to connect the basket strainer to this Marvel connector. That's this drain here that takes the water away from the kitchen area.
We unscrew the slip nut off the basket strainer and use it to attach the tailpiece. Then we connect the P-trap to both the Marvel connector and the tailpiece. Finally, Sean uses a wrench to tighten all of the connections. Our sink is shiny, new, and leak-free. The cost of this project will depend on the sink you choose, but don't expect to spend more than $50 in supplies. You can get this easy project done in just a couple hours. It's definitely a two-man gig, so thanks for letting me be your wingman today.
No problem.